From Fox 13 Studios, this is Fox 13's Good Day Utah.
For the many service members and veterans who return from military service wounded or find themselves ill once they return, it can be a lonely transition back into the civilian world.
However, there is an annual event called the Warrior Games, which has really become a springboard for many of these veterans to get back involved in their community and into their favorite sports competitions. One of the competitors at this year's games is a Utah native who, after suffering a traumatic brain injury during training, is representing the Army in several events.
Joining us this morning from Colorado Springs is Staff Sergeant Krisell Creager-Lumpkins and Harry D. Raduege Jr. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Let's start with Krisell. Tell us a little bit about your story as far as getting into the Warrior Games, because I understand you had a head injury.
Yes, ma'am, I did. I was actually involved in a training accident where I fell off a mountain, and I suffered neck and back injuries and a traumatic brain injury, which led to a cerebral aneurysm. So I've come a long way. And
it was a training injury out here in Utah, from what I read, and you being a Utah native in your own backyard here, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. But that's okay. If it had happened anywhere, I wanted it to be Utah.
Well, so tell us a little bit about what the Warrior Games is and what it tries to do.
Well, the Warrior Games is an Olympic-style event that is national and international in scope, and it involves our wounded, ill, and injured warriors that have sustained injuries. It's about over 200 people are competing in this now, these athletes from all around the world. And in fact, this year we've added a British team. There's 18 men and women from United Kingdom who are competing. And the Air Force Academy is hosting this, and Deloitte is presenting it. We're also very proud that and excited that the First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, is going to be here today to kick off the events. And
Krisell, I understand you get to meet the First Lady.
I do. I'm incredibly honored and very, very humbled by this competition. So being able to meet the First Lady, I'm grateful that she's here, and I'm very excited to represent all the athletes in the competition.
That does sound pretty exciting. So, Krisell, what are you competing in? What are you going to be doing?
I'm actually competing in the Ultimate Championship, which is like a pentathlon within the competition, and it consists of cycling, shooting, swimming, track, and field.
Wow. Okay, and this is the third year, from what I understand, as far as these Warrior Games. So what have you noticed? I mean, is this a big help to the people who participate? And I guess everyone else enjoys it as well.
Absolutely. This is my first year competing, but I was spectating last year. I was recovering from my injuries, and I was inspired by someone in my unit. So I decided to set a goal that I would be here next year, and I'm grateful that I'm able to compete.
How are you doing now, really quickly before we go? I mean, are you feeling like you've made a lot of progress? It sure seems like you're reading your story here.
You seem great.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling much better than I did. Every day is a new day, and I'm grateful.
Well, thanks to you both for being here, and good luck in the games, Krisell.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Time right now is 7:40. The new World Trade Center